I'm back for a quickie. This is Norman. I'd like to discuss with you an issue among humans on the surface of this globe, and that is the system of discussing things is not working. And when you fix things with a system of discussing things that's not working, then nothing fixed is really fixed, and it's not working either. And that's the way policy and procedure is all over this planet right now, and it's very stressful to live here right now for everyone all over the planet for that reason. It gets into fiscal and discussing fiscal and the effects of things. And I was raised and born in 1945 and raised after that these communists and their fiscal system was just impossible. It would always be interrupted with fraud, and then no one would have this and that and the other, and the failure of this, that. Well, guess what? The so-called capitalist system is doing it worse. And it's not like you compare yourself to them and no. You compare yourself to your own efficiency and the function, and is it working? Well, this isn't working. And theirs isn't working, and all the systems of this planet right now have lived in fraud for a long time, and fraud is not working. Now, I find that the communist fraud isn't near as absence of an honest conversation as the capitalist fraud. And I only compare that is because the communists are outdoing you big time, and their citizens are more devoted. There's a more coherent conversation among them. They're more aware of their fraud, and they know how to affect it in a lovelier way. This is not right. It's not, I mean, it's wonderful they know how to do this. Well, it's not right that this system is failing that and not honest about it with themselves at all. And afraid to have that confession for fear it'll get worse. When fraud's afraid to have a confession for fear fraud will get worse, what does that say? That's the only excuse I ever hear. You have to keep pandering the misunderstanding of fraud. That's the council in this country right now. That's very threatening to those that have to come and live in it. It sure is. When that's sold as a philosophy, and especially by the educators, and they're pulling it and their coffers are fat when everyone else is hungry, let me tell you something, that means something. Big time. I wanted to bring that up. I respect all humans and all systems. I have an understanding that they have to work. So, and most of them have systems built within them to cause them efficiency. And those systems are not engaged in any system on this planet right now to cause efficiency. And that failure has been going on a long time, and people have been living in luxury in the failure of that. So it's going to take a while to get a conversation going because it's going to interrupt a lot of lives to do it. Very much. And it can't happen overnight. Otherwise, we all might starve to death, and that's true. Without fraud, we shall starve. We have been eating with fraud, eating out of fraud, and we have to have it or we'll starve. Now, to say you can't pace the efficiency effects of living and replace fraud with them and do that at a paceful level, I find that incorrect. That is very achievable for humans to do that. Especially when you get off each other's back, like, oh, you're a fraud. Well, the pot and the kettle are both frauds. We have to have a nicer passive approach to this, and we shall. It has to happen. We remember what has to happen and do it. That's as simple as that. What has to happen, that's what we'll do. Simple. Very simple. Bye-bye.